What's up YouTube, it's your boy Afro Boxing back again on the mic with another video, and today we are talking Shakur Stevenson and Shannon Sharpe recently going back and forth on Shannon Sharpe's Nightcap podcast over one criticism that followed Shakur Stevenson for years, and that is his fighting style. Sharpe made it clear that he thinks Stevenson is an elite boxer but questioned whether he's an entertaining one. Steven pushed back hard. There was even times in the podcast where Shakur Stevenson would suggest that Shannon Sharpe doesn't know shit about boxing, and in all fairness maybe Shannon Sharpe doesn't, but you cannot deny the fact that Shakur Stevenson had a little bit of a boring approach to a lot of his boxing matches prior to the Zepeda fight. In Shannon Sharpe's defense, nobody's saying Shakur can't box. Nobody's saying that Shakur is a bad boxer. The baseline point that Shannon Sharpe was trying to make in this debate between the two of them was that Shakur Stevenson is boring. Despite the heated exchange, the conversation ended with both agreeing to disagree rather than any personal animosity. And honestly, me personally, I think both guys have a point. We're talking about all that right here, right now. Let's jump right into it. Nobody that watches boxing is seriously considering questioning Shakur Stevenson's ability to box. He's probably one of the better boxers pound for pound in boxing right now. He's an Olympic silver medalist. He's a 4-division world champion, one of the best defensive fighters in boxing today. That's not a debate. The debate has always been, are his fights entertaining enough for casual fans and honestly some more serious fans? And historically speaking, that has been fair criticism. Let's address the elephant in the room. Let's be honest, if we think back to fights like Edwin De Los Santos and Artem Harutyunyan or whatever the hell that guy's name is, Shakur won clearly. He barely got touched, but a lot of fans were left saying, I respect the skill, that wasn't exciting. That's the difference between being an elite boxer and becoming a crossover superstar. In all fairness, Shakur Stevenson has crossed over into that superstar sort of stature. This recently happened when going into more of his recent fights where we really did feel the pressure on Shakur Stevenson's career. So we fast forward to William Zepeda. Before that fight, there was a lot of talk of Shakur Stevenson to being a boring fighter, like he hasn't really proven anything yet. It just seemed like the criticism was geared at his ability to put on a show. And while I understand the stance of, hit and don't get hit and winning the boxing match, of course, great at that, bar none. But the problem is it's boring to watch sometimes, man. It really is boring to watch up until that William Zepeda fight. So you could feel it. Before the opening bell, there was pressure on Shakur. Everyone was talking about it. Shakur needs to put on a performance tonight, and if he doesn't, he's gonna lose the support of the fans. I felt it. I'm sure you watching this video has felt it. Shakur really needed to lock into that fight and make it really entertaining and interesting. Not because it felt like he was losing the support of casual fans or the more hardcore fans who viewed his style as a little too conservative. He then delivered in that William Zepeda fight, right? Against Zepeda, he stood his ground more. He exchanged more often, showed a willingness to take risks while still displaying like elite defense, which is the type of fighter that we want to see out of Shakur Stevenson. That fight drew like widespread praise. Many people seeing it as a statement performance after years of criticism for Shakur Stevenson. And me personally, after that Zepeda fight, I found that I was in awe with Shakur Stevenson's performance that night. For me, I didn't think there was a lot of people in boxing that could beat that version of Shakur Stevenson. And he really proved it in front of everyone. He followed up that performance against Teofimo Lopez. And again, he didn't abandon his fundamentals, but he was noticeably more offensive, more aggressive, more willing to engage. He's still boxing beautifully, but he also gave fans the moments to remember throughout the fight. Shakur Stevenson has the ability to be an entertaining fighter, but for some reason in the two fights that I mentioned earlier, for example, it was really conservative, it was boring, it was tap, move out of the way, tap, move out of the way, and it was very hard to watch as a boxing fan. Understanding I can appreciate his footwork, his defense, and all that stuff, but as a boxing fan, you want to see an entertaining fight, and it just wasn't there up until the William Zepeda fight. So it's almost like Shakur Stevenson really listened to the criticism of the fans. So that's the question. Did Shakur change because of fan criticism? Only he knows the answer to that, but what we do know is this: the criticism didn't say he couldn't fight. Criticism was about just being an entertaining fighter and also just kind of breaking through that threshold that can really consider Shakur Stevenson as a very serious contender across any weight class. We saw in both of those fights, like I said earlier, earlier, there's not too many people that will beat that version of Shakur Stevenson when he's so sound defensively, but yet so lethal offensively at the same breath. So some closing statements. Maybe Shannon Sharpe wasn't saying Shakur couldn't box or what have you. Maybe he was speaking for the casual fan, because boxing has always been two things: winning and giving people a reason to buy the next ticket. The good news for Shakur is it looks like he's proving he can do both since his last two fights. So the question for you guys watching this video: do you think Shakur Stevenson changed his style because of the criticism, or was he always capable of fighting like this and simply needed the right opponents? For me personally, I think the criticism was very loud leading up into that Williams-Zepeda fight. Everyone knew that Shakur really needed to put on a fight here. Otherwise he would have lost the support of a lot of people. But you let me know in the comment section below about that question I asked. It's been your boy Afro Boxing signing out till next time, but do not touch that dial. We are still talking boxing in this next video. Bring the beat in. Peace.